First of all, Mike Selby had surgery last night, and he'll be done for the year. So he's guy's going to be missed. It's done an awful lot for this program. He's been a 4-year starter for us, and it's a sad deal for him. But he'll be around the program, and told him to get his hat and his whistle, that he can help coach. But he's a great young guy that'll graduate in December, and this year, and he's just sorry that happened with him. Offensively, our captains will be Hunt and Pittman. Defensively, there'll be Rodney Allen and B. And, we'll get an opportunity to go up to, it's a great setting and environment up there at ODU. I went there a couple of years ago, and Bobby's done a nice job with that team. He's got them within one game of bowl eligibility. They took the wide out. They got him back to playing quarterback. He's got some 16 touchdown passes, only had 3 interceptions, so he's very efficient with what he does. We've got 2 tremendous running backs, and so it'll be a great challenge for us to go on the road. We've got to focus on continuing to get better as a football team, both offensively, defensively, and on special teams. So that's what our focus will be this week, and get ready to go out and get better and go up to Old Dominion and get a win.
You mentioned Pittman being a captain. I know that he's from that area. Mm-hmm. What have you seen out of him, and does that mean he's going to start this week?
He may not start, but he's going to play an awful lot. He's going to play along with Anthony Anderson, and so he was just tremendous at that game last week on the sidelines and the way he handled himself, and he's a great leader that needs to be a bigger part.
You talk about 3 facets of the game all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It really felt like after Kari had that 72-yard dunk the other night, it really seemed to ignite your defense.
Well, I'm not sure, and you guys, we've had a couple of those performances like that with, it seems like 2 of them being at Southern Miss, but one of them here with Whitehead, I think it was, and then that last one with Kari, and then I think Tyler had a similar situation, wasn't against Southern Miss. I can't remember exactly who it was, but that may be one of the best punting performances that I've ever witnessed in all my years. I mean, he's just, and that was 72 yards without any wind. It was no wind in that stadium. So just his the way he punted the ball, and it totally, flipped the field position, helped the defense continue. They always had long fields, which helped the defense. But he's getting better and better, and I think he's got a great future.
Coach, talk about that defensive effort. Flying around, Jerry Thompson said, Coach Heater said, go out and have some fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, and we're getting some guys back. I thought that, I thought Frankie Hernandez, finally got, that was the best, most healthy he's been. He got in there and played well. Unfortunately, Chris got banged up a little bit. He'd be out there at practice today, but Rodney Allen was back healthy, was at one corner, and then the other freshman, Sapp, has gone in and had to play 3 games in a row now at corner. So he's gotten a little better. But I thought, we had some Malik Thompson in there for the first time, got a little better. So, I thought defensively we played better, probably the best overall we've played all year. Special teams-wise, again, the punt team was tremendous, had a couple returns on kickoff return. We've got to get better offensively, that's obvious. You can't convert one of 13 third down conversions and have a shot at winning a game or scoring points. So that's an emphasis that we got to work on and get better at.
Expand on Frankie, how he was able to come back from injury, and is it something you saw in August that that you knew he was going to do something?
Yeah, we saw him back in the spring and in fall camp. We thought he was going to be a tremendous player, and he flashed a couple times Saturday. He ran that one screen down that just was an unbelievable play he made, and then of course the sack on the quarterback. He got the one sack where you could see him really accelerate, but he had a little bit of a knee deal there early on in camp and missed just about the entire camp, and he's just now playing himself back into shape a little bit, but he was missed, and he's a good football player that we need to try to keep on the field because he can make plays.
Well, to that point in camp, whenever he got hurt, he was basically unblockable to that point, if you remember back. I mean, it seemed like every single day we were talking about that. Is it difficult with injuries like that to see how a guy's progression gets stopped?
Well, it is. I mean, it's difficult not having him out there because he is a playmaker. You got guys that play. You guys have all seen them. The McKelveys and the Neville Hewitts, what you call it. They just got that. They just have a nose for the ball and find a way to make them plays. And DJ was a little bit like that, and he's that same type of guy. He's got great explosion. He can accelerate and make plays in space. And but he's a tremendous young player that we have to. Hopefully, we can keep him on the field.
You mentioned that you all were going to try and find find the right fits and things like that to really, explore things with y'all sitting at 2-6. Is this basically, open competition from week to week in
Well,
practice at this point?
Just try to get your best, number one, we're not playing a lot of older guys to begin with. If you look at with Selby and Van Horn out of there offensively, just got a couple guys hunting, and Box playing a little bit of seniors. So all the young players need to continue to get better, and we still got a lot of football left to play, and we're going to go out and we're going to play the best we possibly can, get the best players on the field, continue to develop players, and continue to get better as a team, but we just need to get the guys that are playing better, and you know what. The amazing thing is these guys have been tremendous. I mean, we meet at 7 a.m. on Tuesday mornings, and they're 15 minutes early ready to go. I mean, so, there's no issues at all with these guys. Number one, not wanting to get better, they're hanging together. They're doing what we ask them to do, and they're really good kids that want to be great, and got a lot of work to do, but they're willing to hang in there and put the work in to do what we got to do to go win games.
Going up against Southern Miss's offense, you knew that the secondary would have to step up, and 8 pass breakups, 7 of which came out of the secondary, and 4 from Rodney Allen. Talk about, even with Chris Jackson going down, I mean, Rodney had to really step up and be a leader on
Well, he did, in all of them. And, I thought going into that game I was really concerned because offensively that they had them all back from one of the top offenses in the league a year ago. And the quarterback, Mullen's been a tremendous player, and that running back we knew was good. So, I felt going in that, that we had some matchup issues, but I thought the guys handled it pretty well. And as you mentioned, Rodney went in and made some plays, and, Sapp made a couple of plays that he was asked to make. And so, again, we just got to, I felt like we got to build on that performance defensively and continue to get better there, and then try to work hard on the areas that we got to improve offensively and special teams and elsewhere to become a better team.
You mentioned Malik Thompson. Talk about his role from here on out.
Well, he's going to play. I mean, he's going to play. He's going to rotate in there, and he's a guy. He was at defensive line. We moved him over to offense, and he's just not quite ready there yet. So, we moved him back to defense, and he went in there and did some good things Saturday versus Southern Miss, and he'll continue to play throughout the year.
Says a lot about him too, doesn't it, Doc? Because we've seen the flip-flopping.
Yeah, he likes to play. Again, he likes to play. He's a great kid, and he's a big, long guy that gives you a little bit of a, big guy in there. And so he's probably leave him there, to be honest, because of our depth issues there right now. But probably, of course, moving forward, we think he can. We've seen enough that we think he can play in there because we got to be able to play great defense.
Doc, how do you keep your offensive guys to click and not press on trying to do too much and get this thing turned around?
Well, you just got to keep working. Just keep going, and worry about what we can control, and that's going out there and practice every day and getting better on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and like I said, just go have fun on Saturday and go play. And like I said, we have good kids. We got great kids, not good kids. We got great kids that go to work every day, and they're going to work hard to get better, and they're going to hang together as a group, and keep doing that. And guys that work really hard, good things happen for, and good things will happen for these guys before long.
How disappointing was it for Tamel to go from being a captain to not being with the program now?
Well, I mean, I'd really rather just talk about the guys we've got here right now. To be honest, it's disappointing, but I'm going to just talk about the guys that we have here that want to move forward and find a way to win games.
The penalty situation, it seemed like the last couple of years you all would get in a 1st and 15 or 1st and 20, and you'd find a way to get a first down. With the offense struggling, is that getting magnified a little bit as in, you're getting back to the 3rd and 8, but you're coming up a couple of yards short and you got to eliminate some of that stuff?
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, anytime you get 3rd and long, it's a lot tougher than 3rd and medium, that type of thing. So you got to get better. You got to do a better job of not coming up 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 8 or whatever it is, and put yourself in 3rd and mediums, 3rd and short situations. So there's no doubt, even when we were really good, it's a whole lot harder to convert 3rd and longs than it is 3rd and mediums. So you try not to put yourself in that situation. When you do, you got to get better at trying to find a way to make a play, and we've got to do a better job of that.
Late in the game, y'all sped things up and went sort of just quick passing attack. It was 5, 6, 7 yards. Is that something that might be something you all look at going forward? Because it seems
yes,
like
yeah, we're looking at everything we can possibly do to help our offense be successful, and believe me, we spend a lot of time working on that. And if tempo's one of them and going faster is one of them, then that's what we'll do.
Ray Laurie, the running back for ODU,
Mm-hmm.
it seemed like his first game really coming out was as a freshman a couple years ago when you all went down there, and he ended up, I think, with 130 that day or something. But he seems like a pretty talented guy that is versatile within their offense.
He is, and they also got the backup named Cox, who's had just about as many carries as he has. And I think I know Lowry's had some injury issues this year. Seems like he's back, full speed now. But the Cox, when Cox and Lowry are in there, they look like twins. There's not a whole lot of difference in either one of them. So they're both good players.
That defense has improved what about how much that defense has improved from 2 years ago? And they forced a turnover in all their games so far.
Yeah, they're well coached. They play with great fundamentals. Play great, and they got better players. He's recruited for a couple of years there now to Conference USA and of course the Division I level, and he's upgraded his talent level, and they're well coached. They run the ball, and there's no doubt they've improved an awful lot.
Think back to the media day, apparently he was rather upset that they were picked sixth in the division. Did you have a feeling then that was a little on the low side?
Bobby does a tremendous job with those guys, and I don't get hung up a whole lot or think a whole lot about what you're picked preseason. Is where you are at the end of the day. But he's, like I say, he's done a tremendous job. He's got him in position to get bowl eligible, and you got to give him a lot of credit. Okay, thanks, guys.